Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the Great Puckettini. What I've got for you today is we're going to talk about the Arkansas Razorbacks top 10 versus the Memphis Tigers. But first, I just want to come out and say that I am 100% behind Coach Pittman. 100%. I know we've lost two games, two close games, one score games we should have won versus Ole Miss and versus Memphis. I'm mad as everybody else. But dadgum, you got to remember what we came from before Coach Pittman took over. Let's look at it just real quick so everybody can remember. This is our 2019 schedule, the year before Coach Pittman took over. And if you look here, this is with Coach Chad Morris. Everybody laughs about now. But here is the dumpster fire that Coach Pittman had to take over in 2020. And then you got into the COVID year, and college football has totally, completely changed with the NIL. And we're not at the same level as everybody else, guys. We don't have the same money, and I'll show you what that means here in a minute. But listen, this is the dumpster fire Coach Pittman took over just a few seasons ago. Look, we barely beat Portland State at home, 20-13. Barely won that game. Then Ole Miss kicks our butt, 31-17. Then somehow we beat a sorry Colorado State team, 55-34. And then look at this. We go on to lose 8 straight games that season. This is the dumpster fire that Coach Pittman had to take over. We did San Jose State barely beat us 31-24. And then we play somewhat decent against Texas A&M, get our butt kicked. Then we play Kentucky, who was not very good that year, and got beat 24-20. And then after that, we just get throttled. 51-10, 48-7, 54-24, 45-19 by Western Kentucky of all people, guys. Come on now. And then LSU throttles us 56-20, and then Missouri beats us 24-14. Now the last two games was when I think Braylen took over, Braylen Jr. I mean, look at this absolute dumpster fire. We lose 8 in a row. How many one-score games are we in right there in those last 8 games? 0. Then the whole world flipped over with COVID that Coach Pitt was not able to go recruit. And that hurts you for 4 years. NIL comes in, and we don't have the same amount of money as everybody else. Come on, give me a break, guys. We're still trying to build. We still got super seniors from COVID of all things. Come on. It's just still crazy. But look at this. How many one-score games were we in? Not very many, okay? Come on now. And now here it was, the final record, 2019, was 2-10 overall, 0-8 in the SEC. Morris fired after 10 games. Lundy took over the final 2. We lost to Western Kentucky 45-19. Then we hired Sam Pittman in December of 2019, right after the season ended, to rebuild this program, and he's doing that, guys. He is up over 500, I think, or he's right at it. Now that we're 2-2, he may be a game under 500, but we are not on the same level as the people we're playing. We're not. Now, you can say all you want to about Memphis. Memphis is not above us as far as money. They may not be, but I'll show you how good Memphis is. Give me just a minute, and I'll show you that next. Okay, now, let's look. Let's flip over, and let's go to my next slideshow. This is actually the top 10, but I want to first have an introduction slide to this, and this is what I want to get to, is the top 10 Arkansas Razorbacks versus Memphis. And we had several players that played very well, but check this out. Here's what we walked into at Memphis. Okay, now Memphis is 53-9 at home since 2020. Okay, Memphis has a huge talent of players in that pool. That's where we need to be getting down there and recruiting heavy in there, and we always have pretty good. But we've got to hit Memphis hard. They have a lot of talent down there. But they're 53-9 at home since 2020. They were 7-0 at home last year. And they have an active winning streak of 8 games versus FBS opponents outside of their conference. And I think it's like 7-0. 7 of those teams were SEC schools. They showed that graphic when we played them. Okay? We're walking into an absolute hornet's nest down there. And we went in there and outplayed them. Should have won the stinking game. We're up on them 28-10. We're up by 3 scores. And we kind of fell apart there in the second half. Didn't play as good as we should have. Now, You know, part of that's Coach Pittman. We should have played better in the second half. But my goodness, was it his fault? We have to game one. We're trying to run the clock out, and we fumble the ball and lose it. Is that Coach Pittman's fault there? No. He didn't tell it. He go, hey, man, go out there and fumble the ball for us so we can get beat. No. He's trying to win the stinking game. We're trying to get our kicker set up, and he said he thought that Memphis might let us score right there, and we didn't want to score right away. You know, our defense struggled a little bit, but they're playing better. I'll prove that to you here in a little bit too. You know, so we're just trying to run the stinking clock out. We fumble the stinking ball. Okay, another bad play again, 2 weeks in a row. And then, is it Coach Pittman's fault? We've stopped them. We've still got time to win on that last drive. Defensive tackle grabs the guy, and the quarterback drags him 5 or 6 yards to get that first down. If we stop them right there, we've got about a minute left. Should get the ball around the 50 with Scott Starzik, the #1 kicker in the country just about last season, coming out, who we recruited and signed and got him in here. Already kicked it about a 48-yarder earlier. And so we still got a chance to win the stinking game. And he drags one guy 5 yards. Well, I got a question. Where's the other 10 guys? Those are the ones that I'm going to be after their butt today. I'm going to be showing them on film. And any of you guys aren't hustling to help tackle, your butt lost some playing time as far as I'm concerned. You know, that's what we need to do. We need to find these guys that aren't playing as good and get them on the bench. But listen, that's not Coach Pittman's fault. I mean, we should have made the play, should have stopped it, and they punt to us. We got a chance to win. You know, always the good coaches, and I always said, I'm not mad at the guy that missed the tackle or the guy that got drugged. I'm mad at the other 10. Where were they at? And I know who some of them are. I saw it on film. I don't call people out. You message me, I'll tell you exactly who it is. Who I saw on that play wasn't helping. Should have been pounding that quarterback when we got him held up. Where are the other 10 guys? That was always in football. Hold him up and let me come in there and jack him up. I'm going to come in there and hurt him. I don't want nobody to get hurt, but that's what we always said in football, you know. Where are those other 10 guys out there, you know? But now let me show you here, too. So that proves a little bit about Memphis and how good they are. And I'm going to blow your mind. I'm going to say not only should Coach Pittman still be the head coach, but I'm saying that we should be ranked. We should be ranked in the top 25. Okay? Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to get out of this for a second, and I'm going to jump over here to pff.com. I'm just going to show you the page. Okay? Now, check this out. Okay? Now, what I've done is the overall grades. Okay? This is how teams have played, regardless of who they've played or, you know, what we think. When we look back and we think, oh, man, we played horrible. This position played horrible. Well, let's look back and look at the grades. That's why you grade teams. That's why you grade players to see who played well and who didn't. Okay? Now, look here. #1, Indiana. Boy, they just whooped Illinois. And Coach Belima, who had a pretty good career here at Arkansas, we ran him off. He had a bad season. But let's look at Texas Tech. Now, holy moly. Texas Tech, have I not been hearing stories about how they have probably the highest paid team in college football right now? And look at it. It's worked, okay? So I'm telling you right now, college football is not on a fair scale. Yurachek come out and said it, and everybody's wanting to burn him about it. He's trying to get money. They're trying to get money. If they don't have it next season, as far as I know, it's supposed to be more level. That's what Coach Pittman's saying. When it was level, we played and competed and were really good. Right now, it's not level. And these other ACC schools spend a lot of money, got a lot more money than we do. Okay? Tyson, hell, he's giving half his money to Missouri up here. You know? So, I mean, hey, we're having a hard time getting all that money and getting a level playing field. But you see Texas Tech, USC, Miami, I think, just whooped Florida last night. You know, Cincinnati, Missouri. There's Missouri. You know, okay, now let's skip down here and go, whoop, here at number 18. Well, looky there. There's Arkansas. We're tied 18 with Washington, who's 3-0. I wish we could play their schedule, right? And let's look. We're overall, we're graded out at a 93.2 grade. Really good grade. That blue color means that we are better than average. We're like elite playoff caliber team or bowl eligible maybe team or something. I looked at those color codes and I can't remember exactly. But now let me blow your mind even more. Our offense is grading out at 83.1. Well, let's look over here at our defense that we think's been just getting torched, and they have. But right now we're at an 86, 85.9 defense. Is that right? Look at me here. I'm going straight down. 85.9. That's green. So we're better than average. We're pretty daggone decent defense. That means we're getting better. Okay, defense got better from last week to this week. I think last week we were at about a 77. This week we're at 80-something. So, I mean, we're getting better. We're playing better. We've got another very winnable game. Notre Dame at home. Have you watched Notre Dame play? Texas A&M beat them. We get them at home next week. And it's like Coach Pittman said, if we play as good as we can, we don't turn the ball over 3 times, we can beat anybody on their schedule. Anybody. We should be 4-0 right now, if not for 2 huge mistakes. And they were big mistakes. But, I mean, that's the players. They got to do it now. And we got a good thing going. We got Coach Pittman, who they're recruiting very well. You got really good coaches. We don't want to mess that up. You know, we've got a good group. I'm telling you, the season's not over with yet. We should have won those 2 games, but there's plenty more on our schedule that we should win and still can win. Okay, so let's don't burn the house down right now. It's still early, okay? You know, I think I was listening to Notre Dame last night watching that game, and I think they said they started 0-2 last season too. If I remember correctly, were they not in the championship game? Or were they not in the semifinals? Hey, we got a good team. We're very talented. It can happen, I'm telling you. We just got to get it turned around and get it going. I think not only am I behind Coach Pittman, but I think we should still be ranked in the top 25. And Taylen Green should be in the Heisman Trophy race. If he's not, I posted this on X. If he's not, ABC is trash. Their Heisman list they had, they're straight trash. If they don't have Taylen Green in there, and Taylen Green's going to be probably the all-time leader. Last season, he almost had the single best offensive season of anybody in the history of Arkansas. Who brought him in? Who did Coach Pittman have when he came into Arkansas? He had K.J. Jefferson. Did you ever watch K.J. Jefferson at UCF? How did he turn out? You know, he transferred, and a lot of people wanted to rip Pittman over that. Look who we brought in, Taylen Green. A couple years later, we had some better ones. Felipe was in there. I mean, we got Taylen Green, one of the best players we've ever had in our history. So chill out. We've lost 2 one that we should have won. But let me ask you this, and y'all are getting on him for losing 1-score games. How many 1-score games were he in the season before he took over? Before the whole world turned upside down. So, hey, let's chill out. Let's get on an even playing field with everybody else and see how he does then. And this season still got a long ways to go. Now, that's all I got. Hey, leave me a message back underneath if you don't agree with that. And I can keep telling you, giving you umpteen reasons why he's doing a good job. But I'm as mad as you. Boy, I was so mad yesterday I couldn't hardly talk to anybody. I was so mad we lost that game. Oh, man, I was mad. I was really upset. But anyway, we're getting better. We're getting there, okay? All right. Walk to a hornet's nest for sure. Memphis was an absolute hornet's nest that we walked into. I mean, look at that. 7-0 last year at home. They've got an active winning streak of 8. I think it's 7-0 versus the last SEC teams they've played. Tell me below if I'm wrong. They showed that graphic in the ABC game. Okay? They're 53-9 at home. Memphis is a good team. Okay? I don't care. The money, of course, it may not add up there, but they're good. And they're going to be good. Did y'all not listen to how they're saying they have an outside chance of making the playoffs this year? I mean, come on now. Let's live in reality. Let's wake up. Live in reality, guys. Hit me a message below if you agree or disagree with me. All right, let's get into this. And let's praise some of our players that played really good. And I'm going to go from this slide here. All right, here we go. Now, remember, this is the top 10 Arkansas Razorbacks versus Memphis, September 20th, 2025. All right, now let's jump ahead right here. Here's our honorable mention. Look at these guys that graded out as above average, played very well for their position. Let's look. Danny Saleh, a defensive tackle, graded out a 71 grade. Pretty good, pretty darn good grade there. Tight end Andres Poschke, who always is in our top 10. He barely missed it at 69.2 grade. Defensive tackle Cam Ball graded out well, 69.1. Strong safety Jordan Young. I tell you what, we had a strong safety that played a whole lot of plays that didn't grade out very good. He was, you know, that's all I'm going to say about it. He graded out at 68.6. Strong safety Miguel Mitchell picked the pass off, played well, 68.2. Strong safety Caleb Wooden, 68.2. Saw him make some big plays. Maybe we need to check to see who we're playing on defense. We've got 2 or 3 on there that are not pulling their weight. I know that. Now, I don't call names out about that. I call people out that played well. But if you want to know, I can tell you. Kicker Scott Starzik, remember, 68.2 grade, really good grade. And he was going to have a chance. If we could stop him on that last play, the minute left, they're going to punt it out to the 50. We're going to have a chance to be in his range. Okay, 48 is you get down to about the 30-something yard line. You get 15, 20 yards, we're in field goal range. With Taylen Green and our receivers that we got, you're saying we can't do that? Our offensive line is definitely better pass blockers than they are run blockers. But we definitely could have done that. At least, if nothing else, had a chance at a long, long kick that Starzik can hit. Okay? We still had a chance to win it, even after that second fumble. And then left tackle, Corey Robinson II, who they went out and targeted and got him 67.4 to help protect Taylen Green. And they've played, offensive line has done really well. Didn't play as well this past Saturday. But I'm going to tell you, Memphis is crazy. They have people coming from everywhere. So if your communication is not top of the line, man, they'll eat you alive. And they got us a few times, but we won it most of the time. So, hey, look at those guys that we got that played really well. They're not in our top 10. Let's get in top 10. Whoa, start with number 8. Hang on now. My numbers are messed up. We'll start right here with top 10. I'll go frontwards and backwards if I have to. I was fired up today, guys. I'm fired up. I like Coach Pittman a lot. I think we're getting better. We just got to hang in there. All right, number 10, halfback, Braylen Russell from Benton, Arkansas. Graded out a 72.1 grade. He was 77.2 in the run game, 71 pass blocking, which is huge, 68 in the pass game. He had 4 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown. Maybe he needs some more carries. Maybe he needs some more. He had 11.8 yards per carry. He also had 1 catch for 8 yards. So very good game there by Braylen Russell. Great job, young man. Number 9 here was a man that needs to play more. Why is he not? Cornerback, Shakur Smalls. This is 2 games in a row he's played well. He's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he transferred to us from Maine. He graded out at 73.3 grade, 93 in run defense. Why can he not play strong safety or play one of those safety positions? Guy can play. He needs to be on the field. He had 1 quarterback hurry. He had 3 tackles. 2 of them were stop tackles, which means they stopped drives. He had 1 forced fumble. He only played 26 plays. Can he not play safety? Can we not put him in there? We got safeties that aren't grading out very well. But you see, we got 4 guys right here. Shakur Smalls could play safety. Okay? Matter of fact, I think he played safety at Maine, maybe. If I remember correctly, I got a video about him when he transferred in. He needs to play more. 2 weeks in a row, he's been in our top 10, I believe. Needs to play more. 26 plays, that's not enough. He should be playing more. Move him if you need to. Put him at safety. All right, let's go back up to number 8. Where are we at? Right here, number 8. Cornerback Julian Neal from San Francisco, California, by way of Fresno State. Graded out at 74.2, 78 coverage grade, 1 quarterback hurry. He had 1 tackle, which was for a stop tackle. He only gave up 2 catches on 5 targets, which was a 40% completion percentage when they go at him, and he also had an interception, a great play. And I'll say also that dadgum pass the end zone where that receiver absolutely pushed him off was one of the most horrible calls I've ever seen in my life. That would have to go up against when Deion Sanders interfered with Michael Irvin back in 1990, was it 495 when San Francisco beat us? I mean, my goodness, he interfered with Michael Irvin that time. That has to go down as one of the worst missed calls ever that shifted and turned that game right there. Absolute one of the worst calls I've ever seen in my life. That officiating crew ought to be suspended. They were horrible. Absolutely horrible. They missed that call. They missed the one on Omega Blake where they call him for a hold. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? The guy absolutely tackles Omega Blake where he can't run his squirrel route. Squirrel out. Taylen Green takes down sideline, would have scored right there. And they call Omega Blake for a hold? Are you freaking kidding me? My goodness gracious. Oh my goodness, that was horrible. But Julian Neal, absolute great game, young man. You played very well. You got absolutely ripped off on that one, on the one on the touchdown. Oh my goodness, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. They ought to be suspended. They ought not to get to ref this next game. And it happened to, I think it was Clemson I was watching. I mean, good grief. They got to start replaying these plays like that. Those plays absolutely turn the game. If you can replay the Mike Washington fumble, why can't you replay that pass interference on Julian Neal? Absolutely atrocious. Absolutely. Ought to be absolutely embarrassed with all the money and NIL that's going on. You can't do that. Absolutely terrible. Terrible. All right, I'm sorry. Julian Neal, great job. All right, now we're going to get down to number 7. Tight end Jaden Platt from Hazlet, Texas. Transferred in from Texas A&M. Thank goodness he did. 74.6 grade. He's been an absolutely great player for us. He graded at 76 in the pass game, 71 pass blocking. He had 2 catches for 44 yards, man. Guy's playing great for us. Such a great pickup for us. Coach Petrino knew him at A&M. A&M was not using him at all. And he's come here and he's done very well. Very well. All right, number 6, defensive tackle. Another defensive tackle. Boy, they get hammered, don't they? But my buddy Deke Adams, defensive line coach, he's doing a good job. He's got his guys playing well. Defensive tackle Ian Geffrard from Mableton, Georgia. 75.2 grade. Absolutely very good grade. Grade out 75 tackle grade. 73 versus the run. 68 in the pass rush. He had 1 quarterback hurry. He had 3 tackles. 2 of them were stop tackles. Played absolutely very well game. Very good game, Ian Geffrard. Keep it up, big fella. Keep playing hard. Good job. Number 5, man, here's old Devin Bale, the punter. This guy's a heck of a player, man. He's from La Jolla, California. Transferred in from Northern Colorado, and super lucky he did. 77.5 grade. He averaged 46.4 yards per punt. He had a long of 61. They down 2 inside the 20, and he would have had 3, I think, if that one wouldn't have been a penalty where he couldn't line up right. And he would have had 3 inside the 20, I think. And he had also had a 75 grade on kickoffs, which would have put him on this list twice. So great job there by Devin Bale. Man, he's a heck of a weapon for us. We're glad we got him. Or I am. Super glad we have him. All right, number 4. Hey, here's the man. Quarterback Taylen Green from Louisville, Texas, by way of Boise State. Graded out at 78.5 grade. Aren't you glad we have him over somebody like KJ Jefferson? My goodness gracious. All right. 74 in the run game, 71 pass game. We struggled a little bit there in the second half. He was 18 of 34 for 325 yards. He threw for 1 touchdown. He did have 2 interceptions. You got to clean those up. Can't get those. I'd rather see Taylen run the ball. Every time Taylen tucks it and runs it, I'm thinking he can take it to the house. So and I heard Coach Pittman say he didn't know why Taylen didn't run as much as he usually does. He did carry 11 times for 62 yards, but I would much rather see him tuck it and run it. Even if it's 3rd and long, tuck it and run it, and then maybe we can punt it. Defense is playing better, guys, whether you want to believe it or not, they are. You know, so Taylen, let's be more careful of that ball. But you played a very good game, man. Good job there. All right, number 3. Here's a guy here, another defensive lineman. Imagine that. Defensive end, Quincy Rhodes Jr. from Little Rock, Arkansas. Grade out at his 80.7 grade. Man, this man has really stepped up and played well this year. He's been in our top 10 several times, maybe just about in every game. He has really played well. He has a 77 tackle grade, 76 in the pass rush, 71 run defense. So he's playing the run and the pass equally well. He has 1 sack, and he had 5 quarterback hurries. He had 2 tackles. 2 assisted tackles, and 2 stop tackles. So very good game by Quincy Rhodes Jr. And can I just go on record and say, quit putting Xavier Sorey at defensive end. Leave Quincy Rhodes in there and put Philip Lee in there, or Mulipola, or somebody else. Quit putting Sorey in there at defensive end. I like Sorey, but quit doing that. We've got some good defensive ends that can play. Where's Philip, what's his name? Philip Lee? Maybe. We got the one from Troy. I think that's Philip Lee. I'm forgetting names, getting mad. I'm getting mad. But anyway, quit doing that. We got some good defensive ends that can rush the passer. Let's let them do it. All right, great job, Quincy Rhodes, man. Great game, great job. Number 2, linebacker Bradley Shaw from Hoover, Alabama. Boy, Hoover's a great place for football, I know that. He graded out as 81.6 overall. Can I just say, look at Bradley Shaw right there. If I'm going to get in a street fight in Memphis, if I'm going to go brawl over somebody, I want that young man in my corner. Look at him. He's a football player. That's who I want on my team. That's who I want at my back if I'm going to fight somebody in Memphis, Tennessee. I want that guy right there. Finally, we got a linebacker that showed up in our top 10. And I love Sorey. I love Steven Dix. I like all those guys. I love Bradley Shaw. But some of us are not grading out very well and pulling our weight. Finally, Bradley Shaw played well. Now, he had graded out as 93 in the pass rush, 81 tackle grade, 71 coverage grades. Those are all really good grades. He played well in every facet of defense. He had 1 sack, 1 quarterback hurry. He had 3 tackles, 3 assists, which is really 6 tackles. And 4 of those tackles were stop tackles that stopped drives. I think Bradley Shaw just got him a lot more playing time. He should. He should have earned a lot more playing time. Bradley Shaw, look at that guy. That's who I want with my back. That's who I want beside me going to play those Memphis Tigers. And he also had 1 forced fumble. I think him and Shakur Smalls earned starting spots. We got to turn the daggone ball over. Julian Neal, too, for his interception. Those 3 right there. And then you got Cam Ball. You got Ian Geffrard. We're working on starting lineup here. Then you got Quincy Rhodes. Some of these other guys, we need to be looking and finding 6 others, right? And we got a bunch that are playing well. We're playing better on defense, guys. They are. Bradley Shaw, man, good job. Number 2, very good job. All right, number 1, this young man here. Now you look at Rohan and go, I don't know if I want him fighting against Memphis. But, boy, this young man's playing well again. He's from Canada. Transferred to us from Montana State. He graded out as a 90.3. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful grade. He was 93 in the pass game. He did have 2 catches for 102 yards and a touchdown. And I put on there Luke Haas, who, did we have a tight end here named Haas at one time that y'all used to roast Coach Pittman and Coach Petrino over not getting him the ball? I mean, there's a reason he's not getting the ball, not getting open. Do anybody that's watching this, if you are, leave me a message below. Anybody want to trade Haas for Rohan Jones or Jaden Platt, Andres Posky? What about those 3? Would we trade any of those 3 for the Haas? I wouldn't. I told you back when we got these tight ends. I have videos on all 3 of them. And I told you, they're very good players. They're NFL prototype size and speed players. These are the kind of guys we want. These are the kind of guys we're bringing in. Okay? This is the players we need to be good. And we're right there at it. We're right at it. We just have an unbelievably tough schedule. Who in the world put Memphis, us going to Memphis, 3rd game in the season? Who in the world is doing that? We need to figure out whoever made that schedule and did that, and we need to go get them. And who's got Notre Dame after them? Good grief. I mean, come on, that's crazy. Whoever made that schedule should be the ones we're talking about firing. But anyway, man, great job, Rohan Jones, man. Great job, absolutely wonderful. He was our player of the game. He graded out number 1. So very great job right there. So let's recap here. You look, you see several tight ends. We finally got a linebacker showed up here. We have, defensive end, Taylen Green, our punter, Devin Bale, and plus kickoff. He would have been on the list twice. Geffrard, Jaden Platt. And we had 2 corners, Julian Neal, Shakur Smalls. Shakur Smalls should be starting and playing a lot more plays than he's playing. If he's not at corner, then put him at safety. Put Julian Neal on their best receiver. If they got a receiver that is really good, maybe Julian Neal should follow him around and play man-to-man or whatever. I mean, he's by far our best corner. Braylen Russell with a really good game. And I'll tell you, too, Mike Washington was really good, too. He didn't grade very much lower than Braylen Russell. He had a really good game, too. Just had to fumble at the end. But we got to figure out who our best players are on defense. We got to play them. I'm telling you right now, these guys on the top 10, those are our starters. I'm counting 1, 2. I'm counting Shaw, Rhodes, Geffrard, Neal, Smalls. That's 5 right there. That's 5 starters. The other 6 we got to figure out in practice this next week. Those other 6 have got to win their positions. And then they got to play more than everybody else. They got to get more playing time. How does Shakur Smalls only get 26, 27 plays? Move him to safety. Come on now. We got to do better than that. But anyway, congratulations to these top 10 guys, man. They played really well. Rohan Jones is number 1, Shaw is number 2, Quincy Rhodes Jr., Taylen Green, Devin Bale, Geffrard, Jaden Platt, Julian Neal, Shakur Smalls, and Braylen Russell. Great job to you 11, you top 10, excuse me. And then the ones that were honorable mention I showed you too that played well. The guys were playing better, we're getting better. We just absolutely walked to a hornet's nest at Memphis. We should have beat Ole Miss. We had Memphis beat. We're just trying to run the clock out, kick it, and be done with it. We're right there. Should have won that game. Just slipped through our fingers there. But anyway, we're right at it, guys. All it takes is for us to win this one game. Let's go beat Notre Dame. Y'all show up Saturday for Arkansas. Saturday at noon. Be there. Don't listen to some of these guys on X and whatever saying, oh, don't go, don't do this or that. Bull. You guys up there are just a part of this team as the 11 out there playing. You guys show up and give us a good home field advantage and help these guys go win. Help these coaches win, man. We're getting better. We're right at it. Next year, we'll finally get a level playing field. You'll see us really do well. We're really going to blow up. So just hang with it. Hang with it. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks so much for watching. Let's see, I got to get off of this and go back over here. PFF, like I said again, I said what I said. We should be ranked in the top 25. That's what I said, and I still believe it. We should. Coach Pittman should still be the head coach. And we're going to finish the year out right. I think we are. We got a team, as like Coach Pittman has said many times, we can beat any team on our schedule if we play good. Can we do it if we turn the ball over 3 times? No, we can't. We know that. Can't do that. But we're getting better, playing better. That's all I got, guys. Thanks so much for watching and spending time with me. I got a little more negative than I usually get, but I'm not negative with the team. I'm negative with some of the outside stuff. And we got the coach that we need right now, and he's doing a good job, and we need to keep him and let him finish out the year and see let's see how the chips fall. But let's back this team up and be there for them, okay? It's not time to jump ship right now. By grades, we're the 18th team in the country right now. We're playing a super tough schedule. So let's remember that. That's all I got, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you would, if you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up button. And, hey, if you disagreed with me or if you agree, whatever, leave me a comment. Let's talk about it. I'm not ugly. I'm not mean. We can talk about it. And I'll be super excited to debate it with you. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, hit that subscribe button so you know when I make more videos. I'm going to break down the game film here maybe tomorrow at some point. And then I'll eventually break down Notre Dame and tell you how that's a very winnable game for us. We just need fans there helping them out. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, spending time with me, and have a great day. And then and hit that subscribe button if you would, and look for our next one. I got videos on all these guys, all of our transfers, and you can see what I've said about them. See if I'm correct. Look it up. Go check me out and see. And that's all I got, guys. Have a great day. And as always, in finishing, go Hogs.